This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Allison Altenberger Olson from North Aurelius Elementary School in Mason. We have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
I nominated Allison for the Educator and Excellence Award because she truly embodies every single part of what this award is intended to be. Allison continuously strives to perfect her teaching practices and grow herself as an educator. She advocates tirelessly and fiercely for her students and her entire school community. Allison's dedication to the field of education and to her role as an educator strengthens those around her and the community that she serves. She's a natural problem solver, routinely becomes the go-to person to help solve all the challenges across the building. She has a gift in leadership, and her ability to develop those around her and help them grow personally and professionally as educators is truly impactful and incredible to be a part of. She genuinely cares about those that she works with, and both her students and her colleagues, and she puts forth intentional effort into building and fostering relationships with those people. And she's the colleague that will go above and beyond to help anyone just because she cares. She is a gift to her students and her colleagues in her school community and the field of education and the future of education.
You're tearing up.
I know, wow.
What's going through your mind as you watch that?
No, I'm so grateful for what she said. Caitlin's a special education teacher too, and we were a strong team together. And I've just been so fortunate to work with many wonderful colleagues in Illinois and Michigan in my career, and I really appreciate the hard work, her acknowledging my hard work and effort, and that means a lot to me.
Now, you teach 1 through 5th grade in special education. So tell me, what is important for you that your students learn?
So each of my students have individual goals that we work through. And so part of their individual education plan. So I have to differentiate a lot of my day. I have students coming and going. But for my students, I want school to be a safe place that they enjoy coming to. Obviously, we have our curriculum that we work towards, but I also want to make sure that my students are working on the life skills and how to be a good, positive person too. So we really spend a lot of time on the academics, but also the social, emotional aspect.
Tell me how you celebrate your students' success.
I'm known for having big celebrations. I love progress. Progress is progress, no matter how small, especially I'm really fortunate that I get to have my students for multiple years. So some of my students were going on our 5th year together. And so we really have that strong relationship. And I know, we love to celebrate success. We have that family relationship, and we really go above and beyond to make students know that we appreciate their effort and acknowledge when they do something really well.
Now, you do something cool with your students. You actually have them help you track their success. Tell me about that.
So special education is a lot of data. And so I notice when my students are aware of what their individual goals are, we work together on having discussions about the progress that they're making. And so each of them have their data binders where we talk about their individual goals and what they're working on and how we can work together to meet those goals, since a lot of it is teamwork. And so it's part of that celebration, the progress each week, or we talk about what do we need to work on together next week. And it's just that accountability and making sure everyone's invested in their education, that it's important to have goals. And this is what we need to do to plan to meet those goals.
Allison, I can tell you're passionate about your job. Tell me why that is.
I come from an extended family of teachers. Education has always been important. And I was lucky enough when I was in high school that I was able to be a peer mentor and spend some time in special education classrooms where I knew this is what I wanted to do. I love the problem-solving aspect of it. I love working with children and colleagues, and I think education's the best job where you get to make a difference every day. It matters, what I do or don't do in my classroom impacts children, and I believe it's the most important position ever, and I love it.
What's it like for you when the students' eyes light up because they understand something that you just taught them?
For me, it's especially rewarding since I work with students who have learning disabilities, and sometimes we have to work harder and need to work on different strategies to set the student up for success. So especially for my students, when they have that aha moment, I mean, my students are known for me doing happy dances or tears, positive call homes. It's an absolutely wonderful, and it brings me a lot of joy to see.
These students mean a lot to you.
They do. They are my life. As Caitlin says, I spent a lot of time trying to set them up for success. So I love my job.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Allison receives a $1,500 check from the Michigan Lottery, and her class at North Aurelius Elementary in Mason receives a $500 grant. Excellence in Education Awards, sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $26 billion to public education since 1972.